The New Jersey Nets' Keith Van Horn may not look like a player, but this Californian native with the baby face and the knee-high socks knows the game.
I know what I'm capable of and what I can do.
Wizards turn it over. Van Horn is there.
The 23-year-old Van Horn is in his second NBA season, and last year he quickly showed the league that he has all the right skills to become an elite player.
My number one strength is my versatility, being able to step out on the court.
Van Horn lines it up for three. Got it!
Step inside.
Van Horn, the follow slam. Oh!
I would say that's probably my biggest strength.
But what makes Keith stand out is his intelligence on the court. His high basketball IQ means he can read the game like a psychic and has the ability to think one step ahead of his opponents. He has mastered the fundamental rules of basketball to perfection.
I think that I want to be one of the best. I think if you always have that goal in mind and your sights set on that goal, that even if you don't attain, being the greatest or one of the best, you have to live up to what you can be.
Keith has already helped the Nets to pull their socks up. He is one of the new generation of players who are the future of the NBA. And by the way, white men can jump.
Indiana, famous for its IndyCar racing, was the setting for an NBA battle between the Indiana Pacers and the New Jersey Nets. A packed house was on hand to see if the hometown Pacers could shut down New Jersey's young star Keith Van Horn. Early on, Van Horn got it going by using his size to score under the basket. He got New Jersey out to an early lead, but Indiana, in white, kept the game tight with some strong defense.
Van Horn driving on Smits. Mullen got a hand in there to knock the ball away. Jackson leads the break, lobs to Chris Mullen, makes the ball fake and scores. Back to Van Horn, blocked by Mullen. Mullen spotting up the open three.
Veteran Chris Mullen gave the Pacers a big spark with his defense and scoring. New Jersey coach John Calipari knew he needed points from someone other than Van Horn, so he went to his bench and put in Chris Gatling. He did his job by giving the Nets some instant offense.
Gatling. Nice move against Antonio Davis. Chris Gatling with 8 quick points off the New Jersey bench.
The Pacers point guard Mark Jackson quickly answered with this beautiful behind-the-back pass, which tied the score at the half. At the start of the second half, the Nets coach looked a bit nervous, while coach Larry Bird of the Pacers was as cool as a cucumber because his team was starting to hit their shot. Indiana took the lead as Chris Mullins continued to dazzle the home crowd.
Mullen in traffic, somehow found a seam to lay it in. And Indiana has it up 4. Mullen, open shot. Mullen feeling it tonight, he has 18.
But the Nets were not giving up without a fight. They stayed in the game, scoring points in a hurry. Were down by own 3 at the start of the fourth quarter, which pleased Calipari. Then Van Horn got back his shooting touch. Their comeback was short-lived.
The lead cut to 1. Perkins for 3. Sam Perkins, who went the first 7 games with hitting a three-point shot, now has Nate one. Crozier for 3. Back-to-back three-pointers by Perkins, and Crozier had pushed the Indiana lead to 7.
But the Pacers quickly went from couldn't score a bucket. Their normal accurate Rich Smits was having most problems. This flopped and could not make a short or a shot. In the fourth quarter, he missed 5 shots in a row and was the victim of strong New Jersey defense.
Smits cuts to the basket. Williams rejects.
As New Jersey picked up their defense, they put a lot of pressure on Indiana. When teams are attacking, they only have 24 seconds to take a shot. The clock in the lower left-hand corner is counting down to 24 seconds.
Van Horn blocks the shot by Smits. Indiana gets it back with 1 on the shot clock. 1 to shoot.
A team on the attack shoot at any time within the 24 seconds. But if they score a basket or hit the rim and the 24 seconds run out, then possession goes to the other team.
Smits fake Williams. Couldn't hit it as the shot clock expired.
The shot clock forced Indiana to take some bad shots.
Back in the hands of Jackson, 5 to shoot.
Again against the shot clock, and Jalen Rose answered on his own foot.
Another shot clock violation, and New Jersey will have a chance to tie, take the lead.
Who would the Nets give ball to? You've got it, their main man, Keith Van Horn.
Driving on Antonio Davis, and Van Horn with a pretty move. Tie ties the score at 72. Indiana's got to find someone that can score. You would think it would be Reggie Miller.
Well, it's about Reggie Miller time if they can get him the basketball.
Here he comes off a screen. Catch, shoot a three. Got it.
With the score tied and under 1 minute to play, the Nets had the chance to take the lead.
Three to shoot. Murdoch with a sweeping hook. Rebounded by Mullen. Final minute of the game. Mullen for three.
New Jersey was down by 3, so they got the ball right back into the hands of Keith Van Horn.
Murdoch took up his dribble. Now he's in trouble. Got it to Van Horn. Van Horn drives on Dale Davis. The hook goes. Keith Van Horn pulls the Nets within 1.
Indiana tried to run down the clock and then hit a basket that would clinch the victory.
Look at Reggie Miller dancing off the screen.
Open three, Miller! Over the backboard and out of bounds to New Jersey with 13.7 seconds left.
Which is more than enough time to allow Van Horn to work his magic.
Against Antonio Davis, he scored! Keith Van Horn, timeout Indiana with 10.2 seconds left. They attack in a hurry with Van Horn hitting the runner right over Davis. Here's the play. Jackson gets the inbounds pass. He hasn't scored, puts it up, and got his first basket of the night! The most unlikely shooter on the court, Mark Jackson, had not scored the entire game.
And all of the shots that Van Horn has been able to slap back, he wasn't able to get to that when Jackson doing the Jackson shake. Puts him up 1/6 of a second left in the ball game. There's still time for New Jersey to get a ball in the air.
Untouched. Out of bounds to Indiana.
Well, that's the ball game.
And thanks to Mark Jackson, the Indiana Pacers pull it out by 80-79 over the New Jersey Nets.
Although Chris Mullin led the team with 21 points, he did not get a chance at taking the game-winning shot. Mark Jackson, who was held scoreless for the first 47 minutes and 59 seconds of the game, hit the game winner and showed that timing is everything in the NBA.